Alert! Never make these 8 mistakes when eating eggs again. All right, you lot, listen up. Today we're tackling a culinary cornerstone, a breakfast staple, the bloody incredible edible egg. Yeah, you heard me right, the egg. We all know they're delicious, versatile, packed with more protein than a weightlifter on steroids. But are you eating them right? Some of you, I swear, you're butchering these beautiful little protein bombs without even knowing it. You're missing out on flavor, texture, and you're probably giving your gut a right good kick in the knackers while you're at it. Well, consider this your culinary boot camp because today, I'm showing you the 8 biggest mistakes people make with eggs. We're talking rookie errors, cardinal sins, the lot. Stick with me, and you'll be whipping up eggs like a pro in no time. Now stop drooling and pay attention. Mistake number 1, cracking eggs on the edge of a bowl. This can cause the shell to shatter and fall into your mixture. Instead, crack them on a flat surface. See the difference? No shell fragments, just a clean break. Mistake number 2, overcooking your scrambled eggs. They should be creamy and soft, not rubbery and dry. Cook them on low heat and stir constantly for that perfect texture. Mistake number 3, adding salt too early. Salt can make the eggs watery if added before cooking. Add salt at the end for the best results. Mistake number 4, not using the right pan. A non-stick pan is your best friend when cooking eggs. It ensures even cooking and easy cleanup. Mistake number 5, cooking eggs on high heat. This can cause them to cook unevenly and become tough. Use medium-low heat for perfectly cooked eggs every time. Mistake number 6, using old eggs. Fresh eggs have a better texture and flavor. To test for freshness, place the egg in water. If it sinks, it's fresh. If it floats, it's time to toss it. Mistake number 7, not using any fat. A little butter or oil can make a big difference in flavor and texture. It adds richness and helps prevent sticking. Mistake number 8, not seasoning your eggs. A pinch of salt and pepper can elevate the flavor immensely. Don't be afraid to experiment with other seasonings like herbs and spices. There you have it, folks. Avoid these 8 mistakes, and you'll be on your way to egg cooking mastery. Now go forth and make the best eggs of your life. And don't forget to subscribe for more culinary tips and tricks. Happy cooking, everyone! First up, let's talk about frying eggs. It's a simple task, yet so many get it wrong. I've seen some of you drown these poor buggers in enough oil to deep fry a turkey. It's like you're preparing for a feast at a fast food joint. Listen, a little fat is good, adds flavor, helps with cooking, but we're not making bloody chips here. The goal is to enhance the egg, not to submerge it. You're turning a healthy breakfast into a heart attack on a plate. All that excess oil not only ruins the taste, but also packs in unnecessary calories. Use a decent non-stick pan, a touch of oil, and let the egg do its thing. A non-stick pan is your best friend here, allowing you to use minimal oil while still achieving that perfect fry. You want a crispy edge, a runny yolk, not an oil slick swimming with a rubbery white. The perfect egg should have a delicate balance of textures and flavors. And for God's sake, don't even think about using that spray oil. It's convenient, sure, but it's not meant for cooking your eggs. That stuff's for greasing pans, not cooking food. It often contains propellants and other chemicals that can alter the taste and quality of your food. You want your kitchen smelling like a chemical factory? Didn't think so. Stick to a small amount of good quality oil, and your taste buds will thank you. Speaking of good quality oil, let's talk about your options. Olive oil, canola oil, and even a bit of butter can work wonders. Each brings its own unique flavor and benefits. Olive oil is a fantastic choice for its health benefits and rich flavor. Just a teaspoon can elevate your eggs to a whole new level. Butter, on the other hand, adds a creamy richness that's hard to beat. But remember, moderation is key. A small pat is all you need. Canola oil is another great option, especially if you're looking for a neutral flavor. It's versatile and has a high smoke point, making it ideal for frying. So, next time you're frying eggs, think about the oil you're using. A little goes a long way. Your breakfast should be a delight, not a disaster. With the right approach, you can turn a simple egg into a culinary masterpiece. Enjoy your meal and remember, less is often more. Happy cooking, and may your eggs always be perfectly fried. Next up, overcooking. This is a crime against food, punishable by a lifetime of eating dry, flavorless scrambled eggs. Eggs cook quickly, people. Low and slow is the key here. You want your scrambled eggs light and fluffy, your omelet soft and creamy, not tough and rubbery like a tire. And the yolk? The yolk is a delicate flower. Treat it with respect. No one wants a green ring around their yolk. That's a sure sign you've murdered your breakfast. Keep the heat low, cook gently, And for God's sake, don't overcook the bloody thing. Now let's talk about old eggs. I'm not talking about a few days past their prime. I'm talking about eggs so old they're practically fossilized. Look, eggs are cheap. There's no need to be a tight-fisted cheapskate and use ones that are older than your granny. Fresh eggs cook better, taste better, and they're less likely to give you a nasty bout of food poisoning. So check the dates, people. And if you do find yourself with some elderly eggs lurking in the back of the fridge, use them for baking. No one will know the difference in a cake, but they'll definitely know if your omelet tastes like a dinosaur fart. Chapter 4. The Egg Storage Shambles. Right, egg storage. This one's important, so listen up. Eggs are like sponges. They absorb flavors and smells like nobody's business. So don't go storing them next to your stinky cheese or your leftover curry, unless you want your eggs tasting like a dumpster fire. Keep them in their carton, in the fridge, away from anything with a strong odor. And for God's sake, don't even think about washing them. You'll wash away the protective coating and make them more susceptible to bacteria. Just leave them be, yeah? Chapter 5. The Eggshell Shell Game. Next up, eggshells. Now I'm not talking about eating the bloody things, although some of you weirdos out there probably do. I'm talking about handling them properly. Eggshells are like nightclubs for bacteria. They're crawling with the little buggers. So when you're cracking your eggs, be careful not to get any shell fragments in your food. And if you're separating eggs, don't be passing that yolk back and forth between the shells like you're playing ping pong. One wrong move and you'll have salmonella soup, and trust me, that's not a soup you want to be eating. Chapter 6. The Yolkless Yob. Alright, listen up you cholesterol-phobic ninnies. Throwing away the yolk is like throwing away a winning lottery ticket. The yolk is where all the flavor is, all the good fats, all the vitamins and minerals. It's the golden goose of the egg world. So next time you're making an omelet or scrambling some eggs, don't even think about ditching the yolk. Embrace it, love it, savor its rich, creamy goodness. Your taste buds and your body will thank you for it. Chapter 7. The Cracked Egg Catastrophe. Now let's talk about cracked eggs. You see an egg with a crack in it, you treat it like a ticking time bomb. Bacteria can sneak through those tiny cracks faster than a rat up a drain pipe. So don't buy cracked eggs, and if one of your eggs has a mishap on the way home from the supermarket, don't try to salvage it. Just chuck it in the bin and get a new one. It's not worth the risk of a nasty bout of food poisoning. Chapter 8. The Raw Egg Rumble. Finally, we come to the most egregious error of them all, eating raw eggs. Now, I know some of you think you're Rocky Balboa, downing raw eggs like it's going out of style. But let me tell you something, you're not doing yourself any favors. Raw eggs are a salmonella breeding ground, and trust me, you don't want to mess with salmonella. It'll have you laid up in bed with a fever, chills, and enough toilet time to make you wish you'd never seen an egg again. So cook your eggs properly, yeah? It's not worth risking your health for a myth. There you have it, you lot. The secrets to mastering the art of egg cookery are now in your hands. The 8 deadly sins of egg cookery. These are the pitfalls that can turn a potentially perfect egg dish into a culinary disaster. Avoid these mistakes and you'll be well on your way to cooking eggs like a pro. Whether you're making a simple scrambled egg or an elaborate souffle, these tips will elevate your egg game. Remember, eggs are a gift, a versatile ingredient that can be transformed in countless ways. They are a culinary blank canvas just waiting for your creativity. From breakfast to dinner and even dessert, eggs can do it all. So get out there, experiment, and have some fun. Try new recipes, mix different ingredients, and don't be afraid to make mistakes. Each attempt is a step towards perfection. And if you're feeling really adventurous, why not try poaching an egg? It's a technique that many find intimidating, but with a little practice, you'll master it in no time. It's not as hard as it looks, I promise. The key is to be gentle and patient. Just a pot of simmering water, a splash of vinegar, and a gentle hand. The vinegar helps the egg whites to coagulate quickly, ensuring a neat and tidy poached egg. You'll be amazed at how satisfying it is to crack open that perfectly poached egg and watch that golden yolk ooze out. It's a moment of pure culinary joy. And that golden yolk isn't just beautiful to look at, it's packed with flavor and nutrients. It's the reward for your patience and skill. Now go forth and conquer the egg. Whether you're a seasoned chef or a home cook, there's always something new to learn and explore with eggs. And remember, if you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen. But if you can, The world of egg cookery is your oyster. Happy cooking!